Free energy, wind powered car.
Hello there, how are you today? This is Model Major and I'm coming out to you for the first episode of a wind powered car. It's a free energy car and the box art looks very good, as you can see. It looks a little bit dynamic with the old props going, and it's quite well boxed too. As we can see, it's got different parts laid out on the whole thing, and we've got a parts directory, and then we've got it actually going. So the box art is quite good for this particular kit. I would recommend it for anyone interested in free energy and looking into wind powered things or free energy things for that matter. It's a very interesting kit to learn about and other things like that. Have the instructions, very well laid out and very dynamic as well on the front again, looking at a kind of a drag car with a wind powered turbine on top. Can't wait to get into this kit really and see if it really works. Very well laid out. Very well laid out. This would be okay for anyone with a grandchild or even playing on a Sunday with it. Okay, let's have a look into the parts and get into this kit now. Okay, here we have got the props, as you can see, and here is part of the fin. It's not very clear. Yeah, maybe the light's not catching it properly in the bag. That's quite interesting. We have the wheels, front wheels, rear wheels, and here we've got the little parts, little gimbals and things to change which way the wind's going to the differential. And here we've got the chassis, and here we've got the wind turbine which sits up at the back, and these are the prop spinners and then the prop tubes themselves to hold it upright. These are parts of the kit. Okay. We'll now start constructing of this wind car. It looks very interesting to me to construct. After you've removed all the parts from the trees, as you will see, but you follow the instructions anyway. Don't break any unnecessary parts off unless you know the model well. So I'll leave these their way. To start, we need that car and the two rear parts. This is following the instructions exactly. So there is no glue required here. And this is all we do. They're just slotting parts for the moment. That's the car. We now turn our attention to the steering and the front wheel of this car. Inside here we have a couple of slots that just snap in and they come apart and open just like so. This car does have some steering to it. We'll see this in later videos. It goes into a snapshot which we can change or adjust later on. This goes into the car on these three panels. It goes together like that, and it should be a nice little snap, and there we go. That's the front of this car, and as you can see the wheel is one side. That's quite a nice click there on that car. I'll put that to one side. Now our attention turns to the wind generator. So for this we'll start with the little parts to begin. This is the main prop part, and as you can see it's even sided, so it doesn't matter which way this spacer goes on. And then there we go. This is part of the prop spinner. Spins quite well. I'll leave that there in the shot. For the next part we'll need right angle drive onto the main shaft, which we push down. I'll push it down further than what it needs to, and this is a spacer at the top, and it goes on just like that. I'll move that one back, so we've now got the proper spacing at the top. We now get the main part at the bottom, put this in, so we now put the prop spinner in there, which fits in there, and now we put on the tail. Now I'm going for the second one, which is more stronger. It has allocated slots, as you can see. Whoops, as you can see, and then we have the top, which then snaps together across the top. Like so, and then got it spinning round on the bottom. This is quite good. So, to construct the next part, you need these two items. Now it goes into its allocated slot here, which slots down. In fact, there isn't much room to get on this part, so I think we should put this on as well as the first attempt. And as you can see, it is a little bit fiddly. There we go, I'll say that was on now. So what we do is we attach that to that, you come across it, it has a slip in, so it slips in to the top, we should do, once we get it in there. Take your time with these parts, don't rush, and that should be, that's it, it's complete, and that's done. And that is a very, very nice fit on there. Now, what we do is we put this onto the car in a minute. The next parts which I want to construct, get this out of the shop and bring this back in. We've now got the wheel, and we've also got another right hand drive which attaches to that. We'll now attach this to the car, turn it upside down, put it through the hole, along to the middle where it will meet this one. And so on the lookout, what we need to do, as you can see, if that goes, that's the correct, no, that is the correct way round. So what we need to do is to attach our spindle that way in. That's not very clear, I can see, but we actually need it to go this side round. This is fiddly. I'll take this off the car for the moment. No. And that's through. Push it, that's alright for the moment. Oops, I've got to remove that. Yep. There we go, and that is through. And now what we can do is we can attach the other car, so the other wheel rather, to the other side. And there we go. That's this part complete as far as the car goes. Now what we need to do is we've got to marry this up with that gear there. This could be a little bit tricky, so do take your time and don't rush whatever you do. And that is on there, and that's going round. So that is a very, very good connection there to a little bit of a tricky part. No good rushing that part. So now we have our car almost complete. We take our spinner and across the allocated slots, facing it forward, we put in our prop. and we put on the spinner, last part, and that now is complete and ready to go. There we go. Okay, after assembling our wind car, we have assembled its road as well, which is a plywood base, and we're going to add some wind now, and we're going to try this out for its first test run. It's working, and it's going past the E-type jag, going past the military men, going past the white audience mice, and I think that actually a success. Okay, we demonstrated that that was a successful run of this wind car. The cost is about, I paid £1 for this, but I should imagine that it would cost anywhere between £1 and £4 depending on where you get it. It's a very interesting car, and I would recommend it for anyone who would like to experiment with wind and wind generated cars and things like that. Thank you for watching.